Hey guys, this is All Stream That back with another episode of MLB The Show 19 Road to the Show with our starting pitcher. And today we are going to go all the way through the 1st of September so we can finish out the series against Minnesota. And let's go ahead and get into today's game. And let's talk with Josh Watson from the Oakland A's before the next game. And he says he's been on a tear at the plate. Focus on improving your team before you bother us. And we should be ready to talk after the game. Would you like to get some work in on your pitches while we've got the time? Not this time, thanks. We're going to skip it this month. And no matter how confident you get, there's always some aspect of your game that you can challenge yourself to improve. Let's go for strikeouts per 9. And here we are against Oakland. We have a 1-run deficit in the top of the 9th, and we are at home, so we're going for a hold. And we start with Matt Olson. And let's try to retire the side in order. We will see if we can succeed at that, and that's going to be a foul. That's a long one, too. And that was way high. Our timing is off. So a ground ball to the first baseman, and he'll take that himself for out number 1. And we have Steven Piscotty. And he swings on a 4-seam that's outside and fouls it off. And he fouls off another 4-seam for strike 2. And he'll pop one up to center field, and it looks like that's going to be out number 2. And we have Matt Chapman, 2 for 3 with the home run and a triple today. And that'll be fouled off for strike 1. And there's a hit. So we do not retire them in order. And here is Johnny Peralta. Or David Peralta. And that goes to the second baseman, and that's out number 3. So now it is up to them to get us at least 1 run. And we have lost. And we are going to interact with D. Gordon before our game against Seattle. And he sends us some banter ahead of the game. We're hot off a series win. We're looking to get another one of these next few days. And he feels confident that won't happen. And here we are against Seattle, and we start with Matt Duffy. Let's go for no runs and 1 strikeout. We have a 3-run lead in the top of the 9th. Very, very good play by the third baseman for out number 1. And here's Fred Roberts. And that'll be ball 1 as it apparently misses inside. And that one will bounce, and that is a hit. And Santana watches a curveball just barely missed the bottom of the zone. And there's a strike. Count is 1-1. And the count is 1-2 on that curve. And that is a home run. By Domingo Santana, his 23rd on the year. .437 feet. And here's Diaz. We can still get a save here. That is going to be a double, and he is going to stop right there. And they're going to come out and talk to us. Here's D. Gordon. Let's see if we can prove ourselves right in what we said to him. There we go. He's out, so that's out number 2. And here is Malix Smith. All we have to do is keep the runner on second from scoring. The count is 0-2 as Smith swings at that one and misses. And he is safe. That was right to us, and we stopped it. We just couldn't get to it in time. And here is Mitch Haniger, Boss Challenge. Going to go for a strikeout, I think. And that's ball 1. There's strike 1. Count is 2-1. 2-2. We got him. So we did pick up the save. And we not only picked up that series win, but we swept them. And we're going to interact with the shortstop Andrelton Simmons of the Los Angeles Angels. And he sends us some banter ahead of the game, and we tell him talk is cheap. And he says we don't need to worry about all that. And here we are pitching against the Indians, and let's try to end it without allowing a run. We have a 3-run lead. We are still the second place team in the Central, and Cleveland is still number 1. I think it was 23 games, so we have a chance in this series to pick some games up. Not that it will make that much of a difference in the Central, but the... Ooh, that's a home run. But the race for the wild card is going to be really, really close. We can use every win. That's Irwin's 5th home run, 371 feet, 104.2 miles an hour on exit. Here's Dickerson. And that's a fastball right down the middle that he watches. He's 0 for 3 with a pop out to the catcher today. And that is ball 1. The count is 1-1. That missed, apparently. So the count is 2-1, and that makes it 2-2 as he goes around. And he'll swing and miss for the first out. And here's Jordan Luplow. He has a 181 average on the season. That is ball 1. There's strike 1. Count is 1-1. And the count is 2-1. And the count is 3-1. And that's a line drive out to left field for out number 2. And here's Isaac Jackson. And that is ball 1. There's strike 1. The count is 1-1 to Jackson. 1-2. They are down to their last strike. And that one's fouled. That one's fouled. And that's a one hopper over to the shortstop, and that'll be out number 3. And we've picked up the save. And we get another shot against Cleveland, and Rhys Hoskins. 3 for 4 with 3 singles. I retire the side in order as our only option. We're up by 3 in the bottom of the 11th. And there's ball 1 as that circles a little low. And there's a foul. The count is 1-1. 1-2 on another foul. And that's a little high. 2-2 is the count. And still 2-2. And that's a fly ball. The second baseman will catch that for out number 1. And here's Isaac Jackson. There's strike 1, a fastball right down the middle. And there's a curveball that's in the zone for strike 2. And he'll strike out. They're down to their last out. It'll be Travis Shaw. There's strike 1. He's 0 for 4 today. Struck out in the 8th. And that's 1-1. I didn't think we were that far off. It's a ground ball. The shortstop gets that in the shift, and we have the save. We've been taken deep more than our fair share this season. Let's mix up our pitches and try to keep them off balance. Home runs per 9 has a double performance gain. And we are going to interact with the Tampa Bay Rays reliever, Joe Jimenez. Send some banter ahead of the game. Talk is cheap. And he says we don't need to worry about that. And here we are against the Tampa Bay Rays, facing the 3, 4, and 5 hitters, starting with Trey Mancini, and it is the top of the 9th. We are down by 3. We're just getting some work in today. And that is a foul for strike 1. And another foul for strike 2. It looks like that hit the umpire. And there's strike 3 as he swings at a curve and misses for out number 1. And here's Brian Goodwin. And that is a strike. He is 0 for 3 today. And that is a home run. His 29th on the year, 402 feet, and 100.5 miles an hour on exit. Here's Willie Calhoun. Strike 1 on a 4-seam right down the middle that he fouls off. And that's going to be at least a double. And that's all he's going to try for. And that was a good hit. Here's Mike Zunino. The count is 1-0. And it's now 1-1. Count is 1-2. And we strike him out with the fastball at the bottom of the zone, right at the knees. And here is Willie Adams. And it is a boss challenge. Out with a pitch inside the zone. And that was inside the zone, and it's an out. So we completed the boss challenge. And we have lost the game. And here we are against the Toronto Blue Jays. We start with Reese McGuire. And let's just go without allowing a run. We have a 1-run lead in the bottom of the 9th. And there's strike 1 to McGuire. Strike 2 on a swing and miss. And strike 3 for out number 1. And here is Dan Corson. He is 0 for 1 lifetime against me, and the one time that he's been at bat against me, I struck him out. And there is strike 1. And a foul ball for strike 2. And strike 3. He is 0 for 2 against me now. Struck out both times. And Morcaldi is the last hope. That was strike 1. Strike 2. We didn't strike out the side, but no hits. And we got our save. And we're back with the Toronto Blue Jays and Brandon Drury. And let's go no runs, no hits. We are up by 2 in the bottom of the 9th. And that is a foul for strike 1. And another foul at strike 2. And that's a home run. So we failed that challenge. That's Drury's 14th home run. 362 feet, 92.4 miles an hour on exit. And here's Lourdes Gurriel Jr. Unassisted ground out to first in the 6th. Less than 5 apiece. Okay, there we go. Here's Billy McKinney. There is out number 2. And Danny Jansen. And there's ball 1. There's strike 1 as he swings and misses at a fastball. And strike 2 on a foul. And still strike 2. And the challenge failed. And there's the strikeout, 1 pitch after the challenge is over. And we're going to do a bullpen session with control for our curve. And there's the results. And what we want to do is we want to end the inning without allowing a run. We are pitching against the Atlanta Braves. We have a 3-run lead in the bottom of the 9th. all we have to do is no runs. There's a fly ball out to left, and it's caught for out number 1. 2 more to go. And here's Fred Walker, the first baseman. And there is strike 1. Strike 2 as that's on the inside part of the plate. And he'll hold off on that one for ball 1. The count is 1-2. And the count is 2-2 as that curveball misses outside. That's a foul ball, still 2-2. And he will hold off on that. That's strike 3 for the second out. And here's Dansby Swanson, the shortstop, the last hope for the night. He's 0 for 3 today. There's strike 1. They don't agree with that. That could have been called either way. And the count is 1-1. It's 1-2 after that foul. And still 1-2. And the count is 2-2 after that curveball outside. Still 2-2 as he fouls off a fastball. And that could have been called either way, but the count is full at 3-2. And we lose him. And here's Devin Mesoraco, 0 for 3 today. And that's a fly ball to the catcher, and that should be out number 3. And we have the save. And we're going to interact with the second baseman for the Chicago White Sox, Yolmer Sanchez. And he sends some banter ahead of the game. We're hot off a series win. We're looking to get another one of these next few days. And he feels confident that won't happen. And our pitching coach, I'm just reminding all my pitchers how I feel about walks. Walks are free rides. We don't give out free rides. Double performance gain on walks per 9. And here we are against the Chicago White Sox. We have a 1-run lead in the top of the 9th. So we need to basically keep them from scoring. If we can do that, we pick up the save. The team picks up the win. And everybody goes home happy. And the count is 0-2. And there's a strikeout for the first out. And here's Yolmer Sanchez. And there's strike 1. He holds off on it, but it's still... Actually, he doesn't hold off on it. He does go around. And he almost went around on that. That was just a bad pitch. The count is 1-1. And it's now 1-2 as he goes around on that one. And here's the 1-2 pitch. And that's a wild pitch as our timing is off. And our timing is off on that one too. So the count is still 2-2. There we go. That's a strikeout for the second strikeout of the inning. After a few bad pitches, we finally get one in there. And here's Machado. There is strike one on a fastball. And there's a ground ball to the shortstop, and that'll be out number 3. We have the save. And here we are in Minnesota facing the Twins. And let's see if we can end the inning without allowing a run. We are up by 1 in the bottom of the 9th. We start with Max Kepler. And there's strike 1. And strike 2 on a foul. And another foul. Still strike 2. And it's still strike 2 with a foul. And that's a ground ball to third base, and he'll get it over there for out number 1. And here's Williams Astudillo. And there's ball 1. He's 1 for 3 today. There's strike 1 on a circle. And the second baseman will pick that up and get that over to first for out number 2. And Byron Buxton is up. He's 3 for 4. He just needs a triple for this cycle. And there's ball 1 on a high fastball. Strike 1 on a fastball right down the middle. The count is 2-1. Yeah, it's a ground ball to the third baseman, and they'll get that over for out number 3. We pick up another save, and the team picks up another win. And we're back in Minnesota. Jake Cave is up. Let's do 5 pitches or less to each. We have a 3-run lead. So we just need to retire the side in order. Less than 5 pitches per hitter. And there we go. So now the count is going to be 12 instead of 15. If we go over 5 for any, it is a failure. There's strike 1. strike two. Still strike two. That's the third pitch. That's a fly ball. And he's caught that. So now we have to end it at pitch 11 or better. And there's strike one on a foul. Ground ball to third, and he messed it up for me. We had it. If he could have picked that up, right there is where it went wrong. And here's Max Kepler. That will not be a home run, but that looks like he's going to run for home. And he is safe. We still have a 2-run lead. The tying run is coming to the plate. And it's going to be Gomes. And there is strike one. And that should be the end of it. And it is. We did pick up the save, but we did allow a run. And our record for the month of August, which does not count the 31st of July, is 16 wins and 12 losses. We are 17 and 12 in the episode, but this game will not count for that. And we have a total of 34 saves. We have a 3.99 ERA and 49 and 2/3 innings, 35 strikeouts, and a whip of 103. And we have 1 month remaining. So the next episode will be the last of the season. And we have 28 games left in the season, is what it should be, according to my math. So the Twins are out of the American League Central race. We're still in it, but we basically need to win every game, and the Indians need to lose almost every game. In the American League wild card, however, we are only 5.5 games back, so it is very doable. So we will find out after the next episode if we have made the playoffs, either through miraculously winning the Central or if we can clinch one of the 2 wildcard spots. And that's going to end it for today's episode. My name is Allstream. Hit that like and subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications.